Hello and welcome to Black and White Gaming's Game Club, the BWG Game Club. I'm your host, Peter, and I am here with my friends, Johnny Bag of Donuts, aka John, and DC Man 054, the Colbert 12, the real Kratos, the light-skinned T'Challa,
Hey,
Devon.
wow, I ain't gotta say my own names. What's up, everybody? Robin, out here. We
We are here with the Game Club where we play video games up to a certain checkpoint, and then we discuss what we played every week. And for our first game, we are playing Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
Hey.
Last week, we had to get to Sniper Wolf and defeat Sniper Wolf in what we all deemed was the easiest boss fight in the history of gaming. I mean, it pretty much doesn't get much easier than that than like Spider-Man, like the early Spider-Man game where you fought Mysterio and you punched him once.
The easiest boss fight so far.
It's so far. So
Fact.
far.
Fact.
So, yeah, we had to get there. Meryl got shot. She got taken away. She's missing because we had to run around the base and get the sniper rifle to.
Wouldn't really say
To
we're
fight.
missing her, Pete. I don't know.
Fact. Big fact.
Very true. Very true. This week, we had to fight Sniper Wolf again. That was our main objective. That's where we had to get to. And we're going to kick it off, guys. After you defeat Sniper Wolf for the first time, you have to get all the way to the other side of the hall where you fought Sniper Wolf. Once you go to the door, there's a cutscene. Out of nowhere, just like 3 genome soldiers just come from the rafters and
They've just been hanging out there the whole
SWAT
time.
style and all aim their gun at Snake's back. And then Snake does like this martial arts technique where he just somehow pulls out his pistol, traps one gun with his leg, and then is holding the barrel of the other gun toward one of the genome soldiers.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh man, Snake's a badass, and then Sniper Wolf is right there aiming her sniper rifle.
She's fire, bro.
What do you guys think of this cutscene?
The cutscene was, dude, a little, bro. Look at Sniper Wolf, bro.
I know, Sniper Wolf's attire.
Fire. Absolute fire.
We've heard about how this place is like freezing cold.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just seems like the more people we meet, the less clothes they're wearing.
Yeah.
I just want to say, when he was talking to Sniper Wolf at first, he said,
A lady sniper, huh?
bro, I lost it. Absolutely lost it. I was like, this dude is the man.
They're progressive back in the day, putting a lady and a sniper. That's crazy. How could that never happen?
When the soldier kicks the gun, when Snake kicks the gun to her and she kicks it to the soldier and he kicks it back, I'm like, what was the point of that? Why? That was unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. She's fired though, bro.
So
What's with the green lipstick that she has on?
I don't know. She
Oh, maybe she's just
has
cold.
a very weird
Maybe
style.
it's just fucking just so fucking cold. They're turning blue and green.
I do love that she like hits
Yeah.
one of the guards like as she's walking the Snake because like the guard tries to go at Snake. And she just out of nowhere is like but she officially introduces herself to you.
I am Sniper Wolf, and I always kill what I aim at. You are my special prey. Got it?
Was the 90s like oddly over sexualized in general? Like everybody in this game is just like trying to fuck each other. It's so weird.
Yeah, she's like
Game would not fly in this climate, bro.
all about Snake.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm so in love with you, but I want to kill you, kind of thing. Sniper Wolf then leaves because Snake has now been captured, and one of the guards tries to like knock Snake out. But as he does it, Snake turns around and just stares at the guard, and the guard gets wicked terrified before Snake just eventually actually passes out.
Right.
Which was like really awkward. Like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
why not just have him pass out? Like, you
Right.
didn't make him seem cool. You actually made him seem like really dumb because he like
Or
turned
have
around.
him turn around and be like, "What the fuck," and then get hit again or something.
Exactly.
And then get past that. It's like it's just so weird.
When Snake comes to, because we're still in Cutscene City.
God.
Facts.
Yeah, this is a long
Oh,
part. This is a
yeah.
long part. Snake is shirtless. Again, less and less clothing.
Yep.
Snake is shirtless. He is strapped to this electrical machine. And he actually gets to speak with Liquid Snake, Revolver Ocelot, and Sniper Wolf. And Liquid Snake reveals that they are brothers, but he doesn't know if who's older or who's younger.
Yeah.
Hint, 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 hint.
Yeah. Right.
There definitely is a resemblance, don't you think, little brother? Or should I say, big brother? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You and I are both the last surviving sons of Big Boss.
What do you guys think of this cutscene? Not what comes later, but this cutscene before anything else happens.
It took me by surprise the fact that he was like, we're brothers pretty much. I was like, wait, what? Wait, I was like, wait, hold on. And then
Oh.
what he says like later on about them being the sons of Big Boss. I was
Big
like,
Boss, yes.
yo, I was like, what?
Yep. And not only that, Big Boss's DNA is what's needed to correct the genome soldier formula. So
Crazy. Absolute crazy. I was like, this whole this was like the first time where I like actually paid attention during a cutscene. I was just like, yo, this game's wild, bro. Cause like I watched the cutscene, but I'm like my brain is like shut off because they just keep talking. And I'm just like, but like this time I was like, what, dude? I'm like over here like typing. Shit, bro, they're brothers, bro.
It was just long. It was long, and like, I guess knowing the story to an extent, it wasn't really like a revelation
Mhm.
as per se with Devon. So it's kind of just like the common theme in this whole game is like the further it goes on, the more I'm like the fucking dialogue, bro. It's brutal. It's so brutal. And it's like it's just starting to wear on me a little bit.
The voice acting makes it 10 times better too. Like they just
Yeah.
have like such unique voices.
Yeah.
Like, brother.
Like I don't know why he has that stupid accent. It
Right.
doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I don't know. What do you guys think of Sniper Wolf?
I'm not gonna say I'm in love with her character, but like
Did I mention what exactly she's wearing? What
No,
she's
the-
wearing is like a
skin-tight jumpsuit?
Skin tight one-piece jumpsuit. There's a zipper on it, but the zipper is like just above her belly button. Like that's where she
Yeah.
left it. And her
No bra.
no bra. But somehow her breasts just stay perfectly in place.
let me get an HD remaster.
The graphical limitations of
Let me get an
No,
HD remaster.
no
of this, baby.
wiggle physics at all.
None. That's what we need.
Oh god.
It's like their attempt at three-dimensional characters, and it's like to an extent it's fine. It's one of those things like I can appreciate at the time it came out. It was probably like, oh my god, not a lot of video games have done this, or like, it's just now I kind of just look at it and I'm like, this is so on the nose and straightforward with some things. It's I roll my eyes a lot while watching it.
I hear you. There's definitely that cringe. I should say that cringe is there with purpose. It's not like they tried something and it didn't work. It was like written in there with the dialogue, at least with the dialogue. The cutscenes are a whole different story, and we got so many fun cutscenes to talk about. this
I-
go around.
It's like it's written in to be quirky, and I don't mind the quirkiness. It's when they try to like think that they're making a political statement, when it's like war means nothing, everyone ends up terrible in war. It's like, all right, it's like so heavy-handed. It just like I get what you're trying to say because you're blatantly just saying it. It's like it's like I said, that's where the cringe comes for me. It's
Yep.
like I don't mind a quirky over the top story with like people that are delivering lines like they're Shakespearean plays, but it's just like it gets to a point where I'm like,
They do mention the ninja,
Yes.
and they actually don't know how he got on the island. They are not sure, and Liquid Snake even says perhaps there's a spy among us. They also need to find out what killed Baker and Octopus, and basically that means that we don't know what killed Baker. We don't know what gave him that like heart attack.
right.
No idea how that happened. We thought it was them, but Liquid Snake was just there like, I have no idea.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Liquid Snake leaves, but before he leaves, he makes sure to tell Ocelot not to screw up like he did with the DARPA chief,
Got it.
aka because Ocelot took it too far with the torture. That is what's going to happen. Snake is about to get tortured, but not before Sniper Wolf gets all up on
Yeah.
Snake's business. And she says this weird thing to me.
Your woman is still in this world.
Meryl.
And then she just kind of like gets turned off that he doesn't do anything with her. Like, and she's jealous that he thought of Meryl. After you brought up Meryl.
Yeah.
Bitches be crazy.
I was gonna say something like that.
I'm just cutting straight to it, dude. Get to the gristle, you know what I'm saying?
An angry, bratty Sniper Wolf stomps out of the room, and you are left with Revolver Ocelot.
And it is talking. Yep.
Yes.
The
She,
Metal Gear
yeah.
Hosea.
He goes on for a little while before he actually initiates the torture. But basically, he explains that he's going to torture Snake and that Snake is going to have to try to fight. But Snake can surrender to the torture at any time.
Mm-hmm.
If he surrenders, Meryl dies. If you don't surrender but lose all your health during the torture, you die. Game over.
They also make it a point to say that you haven't saved in a long time.
Yeah.
So, and you can't save beforehand. But don't use that auto button. 'Cause
That
he will
is
know.
so funny.
Press the resist button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the surrender button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend. Don't even think about using auto fire, or I'll know.
Oh god. It's like fucking Jesus Christ.
The fourth wall breaking moments are pretty great. Because Snake is clearly not in the direction he looks at. Like, he clearly looks at the camera, like, talking to the
Points.
player.
Yeah.
What would have made that scene better was if he pointed at you with his nub.
Right.
That'd been great.
The torture begins, and you have to tap the button. Guys, how did this go for you?
Easy.
I was tapping the shit out of that button, man. Just fucking.
So easy.
But it was pretty easy.
It was super easy. Both times, because you have to do it twice.
Yeah. I was a little annoyed by that.
good.
Or if your game doesn't save properly, you have to do it multiple times.
4 times.
Hey.
Oh.
Double the fun.
There's really no reason to not get past this. Unless this is the first video game you've ever played.
Unless your arm has been cut off by Solid Snake and you're not used to tapping with your left hand.
By Ninja.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
First of all.
After the first time you get brought to the cell, you just gotta sit around the cell. You find the
that's when you-
DARPA chief in there,
Yeah.
which makes me wonder,
Dead.
because the DARPA chief has been dead for how long?
Well, yeah, I think he actually makes mention of that it looks like he's
Yes.
been dead for days, but it's really been hours since he talked
But
to him.
is this the same person?
Right.
That's the thing.
Well, they've already kind of shown too that when he was talking to the chief, they meaning Liquid Snake and Psycho Mantis and all of them were with the chief in a different area, kind of flashing between the two.
Exactly.
So they've already foreshadowed there being some sort of weirdness going on there.
Yep. So who was portraying the DARPA chief in that cell? Dun dun
And who had a heart attack.
dun. When you're stuck in the cell in between torture sessions, you get a call from the colonel, and Snake asks about the nuclear warheads and that it was meant to launch the nukes the whole time. The colonel admits that they tried to hide it because not even the president knows, because if it did get out, they didn't want the president to...
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the Rex project.
Need to know basis. Is that the idea?
These are sensitive times. Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir.
Plausible deniability, huh?
They also don't want the genome army to go public as well.
Right.
So they want to hide all of that stuff. So that's why Snake has to take down Metal Gear and stop. After all this talking, Snake promises to go save Meryl. I should mention that there's a guard patrolling. The guard makes a mention.
Deb, I caught a cold. That witch, she took my clothes.
And so this happens to be the same guard that was protecting the two cells
from
earlier in the game when Meryl was in
Meryl?
the... Yeah. That's...
face down, ass up guy?
Yeah, face down, ass up guy. He survived somehow, even though I shot him in the head. He calls you out, says Ocelot wants to see you again, and then you have to go through the torture sequence again.
Yeah.
Again, super easy. You learn a little bit about Ocelot before that, I should also say. He's in the KGB, but he doesn't want to associate with them.
Right.
Basically, he has his own reasons for doing what he does. Once you're done with that section, more talking.
Yep.
This is where you learn the Hind that Liquid was flying is a down payment for the Russians, because the Russians want in on Metal Gear. They want Metal Gear. Another reason why we have to stop that thing from existing. You get pulled back to your cell, and then
this is the part where they're talking, and he asks Naomi to, distract the pain by talking about anything.
Yep.
Oh,
And-
right. You get a call from the Colonel and Naomi, and Naomi makes you put the controller on your arm.
Yeah, my arm hurts.
Poor Snake. I'll increase the level of painkillers in your blood. Snake, put the controller up against your arm.
What?
Don't worry. It'll feel good.
Huh?
Okay, here I go.
And Snake's like,
And vibrates it.
"Ooh." Yeah, he vibrates the controller. Snake
Well, at the
goes,
beginning-
ooh.
At the beginning, he's like, "Tell me anything about you. Tell me anything. Distract me." And I thought he was gonna be like, "What are you wearing?" Like I thought he was gonna just go into this again sexual tirade against her. But it went into how she has no family and.
Well, no. So this was like a dumb conversation to me, and the reason why this part of the conversation was dumb, because he's like, "Talk to me, tell me, distract me from the pain." He starts asking her questions like Meryl asked him, and he gave dumb responses. And she does the exact same thing to Snake, where he's like,
Naomi, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
Please. Tell me about yourself.
Myself? That's a tough one.
Any family?
That's not a happy topic for me.
for me. Like, it would have only made it better if she was like on the battleground. You don't have You don't
know
have
what? There is
family.
no family.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
god.
just all this stuff is like brutal to sit through. Man, it's rough.
I would just say half of the talking, an easy half of the talking, is just fluff.
Yep.
And it's not even like fluff to drive like character development or anything like that. It's just bullshit. Like it's just nonsense bullshit. Especially when you try to fucking save a game and Mei Ling's just like saying all this like weird shit that's
Like
just
the proverbs.
yeah, I'm
Right.
like, shut up, just let me save. I don't give a fuck. Like,
In
just-
China, the word snake
Oh,
means
God.
okay. Click.
like I can just picture in real life where he's like, hey, I need to save, and she's like, did you know that he's like, yeah, yeah, okay, bye, bye, okay, bye. It's just like,
Just
yeah.
save.
At least you probably wouldn't have to worry about Mei Ling in like a live action iteration of this because
they would bring her in, definitely.
I don't know. That's honestly like one of the characters where you could be like, well, it's not like you're gonna save in a TV show. Cut that out.
Yeah, but it would just be like almost like you could make it like a nod to like a joke where it's like he calls her and she says something about like, do you need saving or something like that? He's like, what? Something stupid. As goofy as
leave the
dialogue is.
cringe leave the cringe out of the live action
Yes.
iteration.
As
Please.
goofy as this game is, I still think they could be like developed into an awesome like TV show.
Saving. The hero doesn't need saving.
You do learn that Big Boss is Snake's father because when they start talking about family, Snake and Naomi, he mentions that there was a man who said that he was Snake's father, and that was Big Boss. And all of this goes back to our favorite amusement park location, Zanzibar Land.
Zanzibar Land.
Yay! I don't have any family. No, wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand. Big Boss.
What? Big Boss?
There was no way you could know. It happened in Zanzibar Land 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened there.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said. That's all I know.
Naomi even asks him,
And you were able to kill him, knowing that?
Yep.
How?
It's what we wanted. Me. And him.
That's patricide.
Yeah. That's the trauma of my life. Just like Mantis said.
Whose dad didn't do that? It's like playing catch.
Snake does get asked who his friends are, and he goes, Roy Campbell. And then he says, Frank Yeager,
Yeah.
which is
AKA.
AKA Aaron Yeager's father in Attack on Titan. No, I'm just kidding. That's Gray
Psych.
Fox. It's Gray Fox,
Hey.
AKA the ninja.
the ninja. Gray Fox and him were friends, but they were just on opposite sides, and so Snake killed him. And he's like, but he's still my friend.
Yeah. He's still my father, but I killed him. He's still my friend, but I killed him. Meryl, watch the fuck out, all right?
I know. That is kind of funny because when he says like, "There's no need for a name on the battlefield," like on the battlefield this, on the battlefield that, all of a sudden he goes,
But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
All right.
and you're like, "Oh, all right." So that's the one thing that it shouldn't end.
Oh, man.
Snake, you're a bit of a hypocrite.
Oh God. So
Wars
after
before
this
wars.
long
Long.
codec conversation is over, and then the guard has to run to the bathroom because he has a weird cold diarrhea thing, and we don't know why. I don't know what symptoms diarrhea and coughing and sneezing are part of. I don't understand like what one thing you could have, but he runs to the bathroom, and when he runs to the bathroom, John's favorite character makes an appearance,
There's a new level of hate in this whole section for him.
Otacon comes and says, "Hey, I'm here." And Snake instantly reaches through the door bars to grab him by the collar and lift him up again.
Saying, "You gotta help me. You gotta get me out of here."
Oh.
In my notes, I literally have, he's attacking the one person that can get him out right now.
Right.
I was like, why is he doing this?
I dropped soap once. I can't do it again.
Like, he's severely angry at him, too. It's like, dude.
Oh, God. He throws down Otacon eventually. Otacon says, "I don't have a key to get you out. I can't get you out of there. But here is..."
I brought snacks.
He's like, "Here's a hanker." Yeah, he gives him a ketchup bottle. He goes, "Here." Gives him a ketchup bottle. Gives him a ration and a ketchup bottle. And says, "I thought you'd be hungry, so I can bring you more if you like." He's like, "So you just stay in there." He mentions Sniper Wolf. And he says, "Oh, she likes dogs. She must be a good person." And that is because the dogs that the genome soldiers were going to shoot, she saved them. So he says to Snake,
"Please don't hurt her. Wake up, you idiot. She's the one who shot Meryl."
And Snake gets wicked pissed at that.
Of course he does. Snake is just treating Otacon as like that guy you keep around in like the friends group that you just shit on the entire time. Like, you don't really like him, but you're friends with him just so you could fucking be an asshole to him.
Right.
It's like, that's his person right there.
It's his
100%.
personal punching bag.
He mentions that you need a soldier's key to unlock it, and then he also gives you the level 6 key card. You grab all that stuff, and then Otacon is like, "Oh, the guard's coming back. The guard's coming back." And then he disappears.
So I'm curious, because when I saw it, I remembered what to do. But Devon, as someone who hasn't played through this before, did you have any trouble with this?
I had no idea what the fuck to do. I kind of just stood around a little bit because I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like when the dude was in the bathroom and I heard him like coming back, I kind of just crawled around up against the wall, trying to hide up against the wall, and that didn't work. So I was like, okay, good. And then I crawled under the bed, and you could hear the dude, and he was like, "Where did Snake go?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you crawl into bed, and he goes, "Where's Snake at?"
So I did something different. I laid down, and you take the ketchup bottle and you pour it out, and it looks like these blood. And the guy comes rushing into the cell.
Oh, Hideo.
What'd you do?
Hideo. Jesus Christ. That's pretty sick, though.
I tried to do the ketchup thing, but I didn't realize you had to be laying down. So I was like pressing A to use it, and it wasn't letting me use the ketchup bottle because I wasn't laying down. When I did finally lay down while I was trying to press A and use it, the guard saw me use the ketchup and was like,
"What are you playing around with that ketchup for?"
So then I crawled underneath the bed and I was like, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Because like the first time when he's coughing, like the very first time you're in there, I hid under the bed. He's like, "What are you playing around with me?" So I was like, "All right, so you can't hide under the fucking bed." And then I saw the ketchup thing. I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this," and did that. So I didn't even know you could hide under the bed the second time and he can't see you.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You just got to make sure either way that he doesn't see you do what you're trying to trick him with. Because if he sees you go under the bed, or if he like has you in his vision, that's when he's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Right. It's cool they did that though.
Yeah, I like the way that they gave you options. You take out the guard.
Hey, you put him in the same position.
You do put him in the same position. That's the. Did you guys put him in the same position?
No.
No. That makes me feel so much better because I knocked him out and he ended up in the same ass up face down
Oh,
position.
Pete, wow. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I
Straight
know.
pile driver right there.
After you knock out the guard, you run into the other room and you can grab your stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you grab your stuff, Snake immediately puts it on. There's something on your person that you don't know about. Unless you do what I did, which was I decided to just like go through my inventory, and all of a sudden in my inventory I just see time bomb. And I see a number on it. It says like 3 minutes and 28 seconds. And I'm like, huh. And I walk around for a little bit and I open my inventory back up and it says 3 minutes, 21 seconds. And I'm like, and I read the description. It says can be thrown. I was like, oh, I should probably get rid of that.
I hate you. I hate you.
And so all I did was just run into the cell and toss the time bomb in there. And when I run out, the colonel gives me a call and says, that was a close one. And I was like, I guess. I was like,
So angry.
How did this work for you guys?
The first time I played through this section, because I had to play through it twice, I made it to the outside area where you first fought the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I got seen by the guards, so I was trying to like run away from them. And in the middle of that, I get the and I just ignored it, and then it went away. And then I got not 2 seconds later, it was like, and I was like, "Fuck, fine, what?" And I I opened it, and he's like, "Snake, you have a time bomb." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And it had like 5 seconds left or something like that. So I had to like throw it, and then it exploded, and I was like, "Damn, all right." And then the second time I answered the call, the first time it came through, and Deep Throat called instead of the general, and he's like, you have a time bomb. I was like, oh yeah, and I threw it, so it was like it had like 20 seconds or something on it. So.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing that happened to me. I ran outside. I hid in the grate because the guys saw me, and I stood up, threw the time bomb. I killed like 3 of the guards.
Damn.
And then
Sick.
and then I was just like, all right, cool.
I'm surprised you didn't throw it at the dogs, bastard.
Wait, did you get Deep Throat or did you get?
I got Deep Throat.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
I
had
think
like.
Deep
I
Throat
should
was
probably
the first
yeah.
time, and
We
then
should
I
probably
called it.
rephrase. Did you get a call from Deep Throat?
Did you get Deep Throat? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about the game here, guys. What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's
Oh
happening?
god.
What's going
Oh
on?
my god. I ran around and grabbed items from doors that I could now access. So like back in the room where the machine gun cameras, the turret cameras, where you fought Revolver Ocelot, I went into there because I could finally go in there.
Yeah, but you
So-
can't pick up anything because they're
You
all the
can't-
fucking Nikita missiles.
Well, no, not Nikita missiles.
not Nikita, the,
Stinger
Stinger
missiles.
missiles.
Yeah. So
There was actually, I forget, there you can pick up the camera too, right?
yeah, there is a camera in there. Yep. Did that, and then you got to make your way all the way back to the initial area.
So pissed off
What
when I figured this out, dude. I was so angry.
Oh yeah, did you know where to go, Devon, or were you like running around like, wait, where?
No,
What am I doing?
I remembered where I had to go, and I
Okay.
wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, I
It
was like,
took me
oh, I gotta go
forever.
all the way back there, and all I thought about was I gotta go past the wolves again.
That's what you thought about?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Mm-mm,
Guess what?
Not me.
First playthrough, I got to past the nuclear place, right, where you can't shoot in your guns.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck, I know there's a level 6 door over at the armory. And I was like, I don't wanna
did you
go
do
all the
it?
way
Did you
back
go
there.
back?
And I was like, dude, I'm not even joking. I like started trying to look up online like what's in there to be like, is it even fucking worth it, dude? I was like, I don't want to go back there and not have anything. I couldn't find anything, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. And then my game reset because couldn't save it. So then I was like, the second playthrough, since I started over on that side, I was like, I'll just go over there now,
Right.
and see what it is. And I was like, thank God I didn't fucking go back over there. I would have
Oh
lost
my
my
God.
goddamn mind, dude.
You're a braver man than I, because I would have been like, nope, not going back.
Yeah.
I had the most trouble with the nuclear room, dude.
Really?
Ever, bro.
I
It took
figured
me
it out
like
easily
6 tries to get it done. Finally, the first dude that walks by, I snapped his neck straight off the rip. Gone, dead. Didn't even care. And then the dude that walks up top, he sucks because you have to wait. He gives you that split second to call the elevator, and then you have to like run in, and then like as you're calling the elevator, he's like, "Huh? What?" And then he like walks over, and then the elevator just goes. And I was like, dude, but it took me forever to get. I was getting so pissed.
No, it's easy, right? So once you
Yeah.
get in the room, you have the guy to your left, right? I go all the way to the right until he comes and sees me, and once he sees me, I go run over and I fucking kill him. Then I drag his body over in between the missiles, and then I wait for the guy up top to walk around, go up there, call the elevator, and just like hide my back against the wall so when he comes back around, he doesn't see me. And depending on how I feel, I kill him or just let him walk by and I go in the elevator.
I didn't know that he doesn't see you if your back's up against the wall.
See, I didn't even do that. All I like for me to get through this now, like it's super easy. I run all the way to the left after the entrance, hide in the locker, let the first guy go past me for a little bit, and then I hop. I know to wait a little bit for the other guy to like walk by, and then I just run up there, call the elevator, and it opens before he gets to me. I just instantly press a button because I'm like, by the way, there was an item that you can pick up in B1, in the nuclear building B1, because there's a door you can open. As I tried to do that, I took out a guard in the big room south of B1, and I thought, all right, cool, I'm all set. Not seeing that there was another guard who entered the same room and totally just ran right into his view. And had this whole fiasco.
Ew.
Yep.
This looks gross.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah.
This is not how you play Metal Gear. No.
This is how you can tell though, like this part of the game. This is how you can tell that I'm like, I don't care. I just want to finish this. Because I don't let them kill me anymore. I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna run into the next area. Yep. I just run through all the gunfire into the next area. They're not chasing me anymore. Yeah. And then I'm still salty as fuck. So I walk back and I kill both the guards. Yeah. I snap both of their necks in the bathroom.
Damn.
Which I want to say, when you go into that bathroom, I've snapped so many people's necks and hid them in the stalls. And it just makes me wonder, like, who's the genome soldier that's going into that bathroom and being like, fuck, another one?
Not a genome soldier. The fucking person cleaning the bathroom. He's like, oh shit, someone died on the toilet again. Guys, what are you feeding these guys, man? They're fucking shitting their brains out and snapping their own necks.
It's a classic case of Elvis happening.
Oh god. So I did finally grab.
He goes up to the stall and he's like, please no soldier, please no soldier. Fuck.
He's like, oh my god.
Shit.
Liquid found another
Come on,
one.
Gene, it's your day. It's not gonna happen. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just want to say, at this point in the game, I have 5 out of 5 rations. I just want to let everyone know.
Hey, finally!
We
graduated.
And also, through the caves here, I did not harm any wolves. I used my M9 on them. They are perfectly.
Well, you didn't do the trick?
No, you can't do it now.
Oh no, there's a trick. Did you do it, Pete?
No. What trick?
Pete
If
did the
you
Oh wait, hold on. I do want to say the item though that you can grab in B1 before we continue.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
You can grab medicine, which
yes,
could be helpful later. I don't know if you guys grabbed that item.
I did.
So just letting you know, just giving you that future hint that item could definitely be helpful later.
So
Devon's face right now is just like,
oh, man. Didn't grab it.
if you equip the handkerchief here, the dogs smell Sniper Wolf and they like you and they don't attack you.
What the fuck, dude? What
The handkerchief that you get from Otacon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what he did with that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
You don't want to know.
Peter's like, I got the box that they peed on, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's right. They did put on the box they pissed on.
So, in one thing, Peter has the box that they pissed on. John has the handkerchief. I didn't fucking
Devon
know.
has grenades.
I got fucking M9 and grenade. Because
Oh god.
good joke, dude. Good fucking joke. Oh my
Oh.
god.
You make it back to the hallway where you fought Sniper Wolf, and Snake stares at the bloodstains
God.
on the floor.
Ever.
And
This
you
is
have
the-
to
I-
watch.
oh,
You have to watch this
God.
flashback to a scene you saw not too long ago. In all honesty, depending on how you're
No.
playing this game.
The thing is, it's not even just like a flashback. It's like dialogue, like drawn out. Like I was like, dude, this is so stupid. Why is it so in depth right now? It's like, come on.
I was a fool.
I wanted to be a soldier. Oh, poor me.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
It was like, come on, let's
Mm-hmm.
continue this.
And then after it made me laugh because he gets the call, right?
Yep.
And then he goes to one knee to take the call. I'm like, dude, why do you have to take a knee every single time the fucking call comes in? Like, is that the only way you can respond?
His movements are so erratic. Like when he does like certain things, like take a call, where he just like,
Colonel.
it takes all of his effort to do it.
Uh-huh. This is the most ridiculous call too, because it gets interrupted by I think every character.
Yep.
Almost every
Yes.
character. I was like, is everyone listening in on this fucking call?
Everyone's
Isn't it on like
listening
a
in.
single frequency?
It is on a single
Everyone wants the
frequency,
button.
but I love it when like Master jumps in.
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I couldn't just listen anymore.
Master,
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural.
Snake, shut the
Snake,
fuck up.
stop! You can't worry about things that happened in the past.
Right.
Because Snake's being whiny about Meryl.
Yeah.
Couldn't save her.
And then Mei Ling jumps
So
in.
Mei Ling jumps in out of nowhere. Even
Yeah,
though,
like, what the shit?
like, the best part about Mei Ling jumping in is, to me, her doing that didn't make sense, because when I had called her when Meryl was injured, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna just leave her?
Mhm.
You're horrible." And now this time she's like, "Don't
Don't
worry
get
about it,
yourself down."
Snake. Yeah, don't get yourself down. It's
Mhm.
okay." So then, tell me you guys have finally seen that Naomi is a jealous bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
100%.
the first time I brought this up, you guys were like, "Oh, I didn't really get that from her." I'm like,
Oh, no.
this conversation, clear as day. They had to have
Solidifies it.
seen it.
Meryl. She's pretty special to you, huh?
well, yeah, special. There aren't many tomboys like her.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
He's so
Great.
fucking weird, dude. Like I feel like he doesn't have a dick. Like I feel like I got caught off and it's just like he's shot through testosterone, but he just doesn't know how to like be intimate with anybody whatsoever. He's like afraid to let anybody in. It's so weird. He's such a weird guy.
And then I like how the Colonel just calls her out. It's
Colonel
like,
does call her out.
It's like, checkmate,
And then,
bitch.
like, it's honestly the weirdest conversation transition, because it's first off, we got Snake down in the dumps about Meryl, and then Colonel, Mei Ling, and Master are like, "Don't worry, pick yourself back up and stop them." That's what Meryl would want. Then Naomi comes in out of nowhere, doesn't say pick yourself up, is like, "Meryl's special to you, isn't she?" Then the Colonel zings Naomi
Yeah.
about her gene research, and then they just go into a conversation about Naomi's grandfather.
Uh-huh.
And this is that bullshit fluff that you're talking about, John, where
Uh-huh.
you're like, why are we fucking talking about this?
I thought you said you didn't have any family,
And
Naomi.
then Master jumps in. And he's like, "Who is your grandfather?" I'm like, "Bro, do you know something that we don't? Like,
Yeah.
you know who it is? When was that? Like,
He's
look at
like,
her.
yeah, interrogating her.
I know. He's like, when was that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, this whole conversation was horseshit.
I was like, why are we going through these motions right now?
Like,
Master reminds me of
there's a
Duke
group of
Nukem, bro.
terrorists that are trying to destroy the United States
Yep.
of America, and
Yep.
we're here talking on an island in the freezing cold, mind you, while Meryl is in peril right now.
Yeah.
About some person's grandfather in the 50s who tried to stop the mafia.
Yep.
And freaking I blame Master because Master was the one that was asking direct questions, trying to investigate something about Naomi.
So this brings me to my new favorite portion of this game.
Oh,
The towers.
yeah, the towers, the communication towers. You walk through the door that you originally tried to get through after your first fighting Sniper Wolf. You get through. You're in the communication tower. Communication tower A, I should say.
Yeah.
Communication tower A. And you walk through a door. And no matter what, there's no way to avoid these. You run through some trip lasers.
Yep.
And alarms go off. And what do you have to do? Run up while copious amounts of guards are shooting and chasing you. Guys, tell me about it.
No matter how many people you shoot, they keep going.
Trash.
Tell me how this part worked out for you guys.
I did it in one try. I will say that.
Same.
Did it in one try, but I experimented a lot. So like I tried to shoot while running, it didn't work. Like up the stairs, I threw grenades, that didn't work. So I threw stun grenades. I was throwing every grenade, chaff, threw stun grenades, and it stunned them. And I was like, okay, I can run. Blah blah blah. So I'm running. I'm like, oh, I'm far away from them. Fuck them. They can't catch me. And then guess what? There's soldiers coming from up top down, and I'm like, oh, good. So then I would just fight the soldiers that were coming down. I would just like punch them and then run, and then punch them and then run, and I just kept doing that, and then I made it to the top and did my thing.
Yeah. The worst part about this too is like the first door you make it to, you see the number 6 on it, and you're like, oh sweet, I'm just gonna run through there.
Yep.
No, that door is not available to open because it's frozen on the other side. You get a call from Otacon, and Otacon tells you that the door gets frozen because of the cold outside. And it's like, oh, so I'm back in the shit. Okay.
Dude, it's like a Benny Hill fucking show where
I know
just go
you
up
could
the-
straight up put the Benny Hill music on there.
Dude, so I did it in I think it was 3 tries.
Mhm.
And it was only because the first time I went through the lasers and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I'm gonna try to not do that. So I just let them kill me. Restarted. Tried to like attempt to go through the lasers like by throwing chaff, trying to crawl under and then go through. Doesn't matter. It sets it off. That pissed me off, so I let them kill me again. So then the third time I was like, I'm just gonna fucking run through, try to get a head start, and that's when I just started making my way up and shooting him and everything. Using the FAMAS for the first time, by the way, which was fun to use, but it was also just super annoying because, like, Devon was saying, you kill the bottom people, start running, you're like, oh, I got a good lead. All of a sudden, fucking people from up top, and it's just like the never-ending fucking staircase. It was so annoying.
I forgot if you crouch, you gain health, bro.
Yeah, you do. Yep, if you're in orange, all you gotta do is crouch. All you gotta do is crouch, and your health will come back. The guards up top, because the auto aim for the FAMAS is kind of annoying because it doesn't really do it unless you're like right next to the enemy. So it's like there was a lot of first person shooting because I made it to a certain floor and then I just decided I'm gonna kill as many people as I can, and I just pulled out the FAMAS and just started going to town. Finally, you make it up to a certain point, and the guards are gone. And then you can just head all the way back down. Because if you do, there's ammo down there. There's rations you can pick up. There's
some people were forced to go back down.
Wait, why is that?
So,
Oh, did you not grab the rope? Because there's rope in the first room.
Sean.
so
After-
I grabbed the rope. I grabbed the rope the very first time, and I remember grabbing the rope the very first time. And then when I actually that third time, when I was like, I'm just gonna run and try to get past everybody, I didn't grab the rope that time.
Oh
John.
god, that's
Do you
so
know how many
funny.
stairs are in this?
Oh, dude,
It's a lot.
there's so many stairs.
29
oh my
stairs.
god.
29 stairs.
Oh my god.
I counted because when I went down, I said, "This is fucking unbelievable." And then I was like, "I'm gonna count when I go back up." This is ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude.
And there's a reason why you need to grab the rope, because when you finally make it to the top of the stairs, you head outside, and outside is our antagonist, Liquid Snake, in the Hind D,
Good.
and he sends a blast destroying a satellite. And there is one of the greatest cutscenes
Oh my
Oh,
god.
of
the best
all
cutscene.
time.
You know
Because-
what? Hold on. Second greatest cutscene. of all time.
Second greatest cutscene.
Actually,
Exactly.
You know what? No. Third greatest cutscene. Sorry.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, you're right. You're
okay,
right. Third greatest cutscene. There's like
Facts.
so many that are coming to mind right now. So yeah, this is the third greatest cutscene because after the satellite gets destroyed, it sends a giant bar flying towards Snake.
I didn't even know what the fuck was happening at the halfway point of this. I go, what did he just do? I don't know.
Oh god. So the bar is flying at Snake, and Snake, it goes into slow motion. Snake jumps back dramatically,
This is so stupid.
pulls a grenade from his pouch, throws the grenade at the bar, and the grenade explodes on impact, and is, I don't know, I guess the blast like cushions Snake and just sends him over the railing instead of him getting hit by the bar. Like, all of that when he could have just jumped to the side.
I still was just like, so was the grenade to prevent the bar from coming, or was it to blow him back further? I was like, what?
Here's
Either
my
way,
thing.
none of this makes sense.
Here's my thing. There's a reason why this is the third greatest cutscene, okay? There's a reason. Because like as outlandish as it is, you don't think it could get any more outlandish, and oh my god.
Oh, it does.
Great.
It does. How
I don't
how
know
we
if I
get
know what the
moving
third
on.
one, the first one you're talking about.
Oh, trust me, we'll get to it.
well,
The next one is the best one, I think.
the next one is number 1. Number
Yeah.
2 is the one after that.
okay.
I'm gonna
If
let
it's the one I'm thinking.
that's
of,
my
okay.
that's my ranking. Yeah.
you
oh,
think so?
Yeah. I think,
Mm.
dude.
Oh man.
Dude, wait till we get
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
The
wait
next
till we
one
get
is
to it.
ridiculous.
you're
It's
right.
so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right. I was trying to think about what he did, and you're right.
So you find out it's Liquid Snake in the Hind D.
Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here.
Liquid?
You're not going any farther. Die!
It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got.
Which is why you need to grab the rope from the bottom of the communication tower.
So let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. I at this point I go, I got the rope. That's no problem. We zoom out of the cutscene, and I'm scrolling through my inventory, and I'm like, where the fuck's the rope? I was like, I definitely grabbed the rope. No, I definitely grabbed the rope. Maybe it's in my weapon inventory. Bling. Okay, no. Hold on a second. Let me check my other inventory. Maybe it's like shifted over. What? I fucking picked up the rope. I know I saw it pick up the fucking rope. There's no way they're telling me I need to go pick up the rope downstairs. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh,
I spent a
God.
good 5 minutes like debating back and forth. Like, there's no
Oh.
way that they're making me do this. And 29 stairs times 2 later.
Yeah, times 2.
I got the rope.
Oh god.
You really got fucked this play session, bro.
Oh yeah, this is the most annoying fucking play session so far. I was so infuriated.
Oh, my God.
You activate the rope. All you got to do is equip it, and Snake immediately jumps over.
You need your stupid fucking rope for.
Even Solid Snake had rope.
Is that right, Rambo?
Oh god. Jumps over in the most dramatic way possible. Because what would a cutscene be without a Matrix style inspiration from it? Yep. He does an aerial over the railing, and then dodges 2 bullets that came from the Hind.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, guys, that is not the cutscene. That is not what the cutscene.
Oh no.
Let everyone know.
We'll let you know.
Oh, we'll tell you.
And then you have to rappel down the building.
Good.
And
AKA the most unnecessary fucking 30-second gameplay element that I've seen thrown in here.
That they even call you to be like, this is how you do it. And there's all these little controls that you can do. And I'm like, why? I'm just going to go straight down. I don't care about swinging to the side or moving just a little bit. Or
I was actually surprisingly unannoyed by this because when they bring you in here showing you all these controls, I was like, fuck. I was like, this is going to be so annoying. And then it was honest to God, 20, 30 seconds later, it was done. I was like, oh, okay.
20, if 20 seconds.
It was quick. God. It annoyed me because he wasn't moving down the rope fast. For me, I was just like, dude.
It kept jumping at an angle for me. And I was trying to go down. I was like, this is really stupid.
And then 20 seconds later, you're at the bottom. He starts shooting at Snake. Snake lets go of the rope and then does a backflip and lands on the
I think it's actually a triple or double
backflip. I know.
He'd be an Olympic diving star.
The frozen door from Communication Tower A is right here that you can free up if you use C4 to blow up the ice. And then the moment you do that, guards appear on the other side. Did you guys destroy the ice right here?
I did destroy the ice and I went right in, so then the guards did not come after me.
Smart.
Thank you.
I wish I did that. Yep. This was an annoying fight in itself. I was just annoyed by it.
I just used the sniper rifle and took them out. The only guy that was a problem was the last guy because I couldn't see him.
See, I was at the edge of the ramp there, or the walkway, and they're just shooting me the entire time. I was like, this is stupid. This is so dumb. And I'd used my sniper rifle, and I was like, this is just so dumb.
I will say when I went back in and then I came out, I did use the sniper rifle to take them out. So.
Because they weren't alerted to you.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And since I have the tranquilizing one, it was pretty easy.
You still haven't picked up the regular?
Nope. I don't backtrack, baby.
What a pacifist.
I don't backtrack, baby.
I don't fucking backtrack, man. If I miss some shit, it's a wrap.
Backtrack only when forced.
Right. And technically I could have grabbed it when we had to go back through, but I forgot, so I was like, oh well.
It's all right. Yeah.
When you make
it works, bro.
When you make it to the end of the catwalk, Liquid appears again in his helicopter and starts shooting at you. You run inside. What do you find in there? The Stinger. That's the missile launcher that you can use against Liquid. So we are prepared to fight him.
Guys,
Yay.
For those of you listening and watching, get ready for the easiest boss fight of your entire life.
See, I think second easiest.
Second easiest. Actually, no. I'm gonna give this the third easiest.
Well,
just because it took so long. I would put Ninja above this one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It was just it was time consuming. It wasn't even time consuming. It was the more of the bosses time consuming.
Yep.
I would say yes to the time consuming just because of how little.
It wasn't hard.
No, it was not.
It really was not hard.
But we will get to the boss fight because first we also got to talk to John's favorite character yet again, Otacon.
Can I just say this part was stupid?
Do you think love can bloom on the battlefield?
So can I tell you, I forgot about his conversation in the cell with Snake about how he was kind of talking about Sniper Wolf, and I thought for a split second he was talking about him and Snake, and I was like, dude, I was like,
Progressive.
damn. I was like, wow, all right. I was like, fucking Otacon going after Snake. All right, man.
I will say, like, in this section that we played, like, the reason it took so long was because of all the running around you had.
The running around and the cutscenes mixed with the running around. It was just abysmal, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I this was not a fun section.
No.
This made me be like, I'm starting to be a little aggravated with this game. Like, I kind of want it to be done. I'm getting a little fucking frustrated with this shit.
Otacon asks Snake,
Do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other.
he's talking about him and Sniper Wolf. After they're done talking about love, Snake has a favor to ask of Otacon, and that is to fix the elevator. Otacon is like, weird. I don't know why that's broken. If it's mechanical, I can fix it. And then he runs off, and magically, the bins that were blocking the way are now all stacked up so you can pass by.
So annoying. Absolutely annoying.
Well, he was like playing with them before, wasn't he?
He was moving them for you
Yeah.
with his limp.
Oh,
Which I don't know why Snake couldn't move them. Like,
Yeah.
If Otacon can, I don't know why Snake can.
Otacon is
I
still
totally missed
limping
that
from his
then. I
sprain.
totally missed that he was moving the bins.
Yeah.
He's limping still. Like,
Yeah,
he's still sprained his ankle. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's
I
the
mean-
biggest cuck of all cucks. If you,
Jeez. Good God.
Just
Whoa.
wait till the fucking scene at the end, dude.
Randy Orton.
Oh my God. You are in Communication Tower B, so you can finally head up. I
Oh God.
I didn't trust the towers at all. So like I went into first person mode like every flight of stairs. And I was like, what is that at the end? I couldn't like make it out, so I pulled out my scope and I zoomed in and I was like, the game's trying this right now. And I was like, okay.
It got me.
It got you?
The first one got me,
The
but
first one got me. But after that, I was like,
Yeah.
nope.
fool me once, shame on you. And I was like, the second time I was like 2. I'll go, get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me there's gonna be 3 the next
Right,
time.
exactly.
Yeah.
All the way up to 4 of like machine gun
Fuck.
turrets. Oh my God. Like, how unnecessary is 4 machine gun turrets?
Actually, you know what's crazy is the first one got me, and then I just ran past it. I was like, whatever, it's fine. And then when I ran up again to meet the 2, I was like, there's 2 of them? What?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, there's a pattern here. And then when I got up to the next one, I was like, fucking 3. So I was like, okay, I'm shooting these bitches out, dude.
I
not
can't
doing this.
imagine like the engineer being like, okay, we're gonna put 1 here, right? All right, if they get past 1, don't worry, we'll have 2 over here. It's fine. Well, what if they get past 2? All right, well, if they get past 2, fuck it, let's just throw 3 at them. What about 4? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's come on.
I just imagine like a salesman pitch being like, you buy a set of 6, you get 4 free.
Facts.
Oh,
Once you finally get past all
the
those
fucking stairs.
turret cameras, you're at the top of the stairs, top of Communication Tower B. You climb the ladder, and then you can finally fight Liquid Snake. And the way this fight has to go is you have to use the Stinger, which shoots tracking missiles, and you have to aim it at Liquid's Hind D. Guys, how did this boss fight go for you?
Like I said, it was easy. I kind of just like stood around that area where Snake was, and I just like, I would pull out the Stinger missile, wait till it locked on, fucking shot it, and then I would get out of it, run around, and just wait, and then it would hit, and then you'd see his little tiny health bar go boop, and I just did that until I got it.
Literally stayed right in the middle there, Just kept fucking firing rockets as it locked on. Used rations as needed. It was the fucking easiest thing ever. Until he shot a missile. Then I fucking moved around.
All right,
And,
John, just make my fucking way. Just fucking.
dude, it's so stupid. It was just like, really? Like, it's not even a threat of like he hit me, but it's like, whatever. It wasn't like taking out massive chunks of health.
I feel bad because I played this like kind of tactfully, and I would like run around the two the two mini towers.
Thanks, Peter.
So
thank you for also doing.
It was an easy boss fight, but it just took me a long time, especially because his health drops so like it's like it moves down just like a tiny little bit every single muscle, every single missile you shoot.
It sucked.
Yeah, halfway. I think it's like halfway through, he shoots a missile at you.
Yeah.
So you have to like dodge that, even though it's not difficult to dodge at all.
Well, it got to a point where like at the last like second half, right? He flies low.
Yes.
And you can still like you can see in the radar where he is. So I would just look down and find on the radar, and just follow him as he was going around. And as he popped up, I was just like whoop, and then just lock on, shoot, and it's like. Okay. This is so easy and stupid.
It was. It really was.
But it did unlock the best cutscene ever.
It did. It did.
That cutscene is ridiculous.
You defeat Liquid. He fires one more missile at you. As long as you dodge that. Not that it probably wouldn't kill you even if you got hit by it.
It did not kill me, so I ate that bitch like a champ, dude.
Well, I hid behind that thing, and it blew up the whole entire.
No.
Yes.
The entire
no,
thing.
Snake ate that bitch, dude. Fucking full boarded, baby.
After he fires that one final missile, the cutscene begins. And
arguably the greatest cutscene known to fucking me.
Oh my god. This put cutscenes in a whole new perspective for me.
This shit is so whack, bro.
So, Snake is on the roof. He's aiming his stinger at Liquid. Liquid fires two missiles at him. The first one explodes in front of him. Snake jumps back. Like, kind of. He does a backflip. A mid-air backflip. A mid-air, like he's already in the air, like he jumped back from the first missile.
Yeah.
And while he's still in the air, the second missile comes at him, and he does a backflip.
Like it's not like he jumped back and he was in like a mid backflip. Like it's just a straight jumping back and then a flip. Like, it makes no sense. The physics make no sense.
Oh, nothing makes sense after this one, because. As he's coming down from his backflip, he basically missile surfs for like a hot second. He uses the missile, he steps on the missile, and he uses the missile to jump up even farther, defying all laws of gravity.
Oh my god.
And while this man is now 17 feet in the air, he fires a missile. He fires a missile at Liquid while that second missile that came at him explodes behind him.
I can't imagine the writer's room when this is like, guys, all right, Liquid shoots his missile at him. He does a backflip. He jumps off the missile, shoots another one. Like, who greenlit this?
Here's my thing. The audacity of these people, right? He jumped back, did a backflip, dove off of the missile 17 feet in the air, right? And then when he lands, he doesn't land on his feet. He lands on his back. But before, he did a quadruple backflip down a fucking rope and landed on his feet. Get the fuck out of here. You guys suck. You guys suck, dude.
I just like it's like a kid playing with his toys, right? And he's just like
yes.
And do a flip, like that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's just like it's ridiculous.
That's the best analogy.
And then to add to this cutscene, Liquid falls. Liquid's helicopter falls. Snake stands up and says,
"See you in hell, Liquid."
turns around. You hear the Hind crash into the ground, and as he walks away, an explosion in the background.
In the background. Oh my god.
And then he says,
That takes care of the cremation.
Oh, this fucking game, dude. That made me crack up when I saw that. I was like, oh my god. Oh.
Ridiculous, dude.
It's so tongue in cheek, but like serious at the same time. It makes no sense. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Watching that, I was like, no wonder people shit on this remake. Like,
yeah.
Imagine loving a game so much, hearing that they're remaking it, and then when you finally get to play it with better graphics, you know, enhanced gameplay, they morph the cutscenes.
Do we know what the original one
astronomically?
ended like?
I can guarantee you there was no missile flip, jump off. I haven't played that game in years, and I know that I've never seen that before in my life because I've never played the Twin Snakes.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. That's definitely all Kojima too. You know, it's like he's like, yeah, now I got the technology, he can do it. It's like the fucking bastardization of like the Star Wars trilogy where they put the CGI in like the re-edited scenes.
Otacon calls you and tells you that the elevator is suddenly working again.
I'm mad at this whole scene here.
So you have to run down all the way back to the elevator.
Yep.
Fucking stairs, dude.
So many stairs.
Welcome to my life.
You open the door to the elevator. When Snake gets in, you hear an alarm. Otacon calls you after you select the floor and tells you, hey, I went back to my lab to get you a stealth camouflage suit. Stealth camouflage.
There it is, kid.
He goes, there were 5 suits. And Otacon, in the most ridiculous way of explaining this.
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
And Snake is like not getting it. Like, you can't just be like, hey, Snake, by the way, 4 of the stealth camouflage suits are missing. You should keep an eye out for that.
Are gone. Yeah, they're completely gone.
Yep. And that would have been the end of the conversation. But it drags on, and then you get a great up-close shot of Otacon when the realization hits as he screams at Snake.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you.
You know what sucks is thinking back when I originally played this game, this part was one of the parts that stood out to me as like being one of the cool parts.
Yep.
And then watching this all play out, it was so like such undercut of like the tension and like the drama of it, because it's just like, and again, maybe it's because I knew what was going to happen, but it was just like, it was the worst exposition leading up to it. And it was just like, okay, I see where you're going. And it was just like, it was just poorly written, I feel. And it, like, they could have done such a better job of like cutting to the chase and being more minimalistic in what it is, and it would actually have like some sort of surprise and mystery in it, because they go, like you said, they go through the whole thing of like, oh, there was 5 suits and I had one of them, which means now there's 4, but now the 4 are gone. And it's like, okay, you're talking about way too many suits right now. I get that they're missing. And then it's like Snake starts talking about, did the weight sensor go off on the thing? It's like they're connecting the dots too much as it's coming towards the realization of what's happening. When they could have just like let the person playing connect the dots, or at the very least, if they don't, when it comes to the screen where you need to fight them, you see the people in like the camo, like you see them there, and you can be like, oh fuck, like they got the suits. That would be the final realization, and be like, damn, that's cool. like they just spelled it out way too much, and I really didn't remember it being that way, and I was just very turned off. Like, because again, that part stuck in my head, being like, that was cool, and then when I saw it again, I was like, that was very uncool.
Yep.
Very disappointed.
I had my thermal goggles on. He's
Ah.
like, there's stealth in there. I just put on my thermal goggles and I just fucking FAMASed it. Just
Yeah, it was just pulling out the FAMAS.
Famous?
And just unloading into them. Even though, like, you can still clearly see them with their stealth camouflage. Yeah. But you take them all out quite easily, I must add. Not a tough interaction at all.
Can you confirm that this is the longest section that we've played through?
This is definitely the longest section that we've played.
Because I was playing through this being like, damn, this is like feeling like it's very long.
Yeah.
hefty.
This was definitely long. And only made worse by the additional turret cameras that are down in this at the bottom of this elevator section.
For no reason.
For
no
just
reason.
no reason at all, just to be there to annoy you. The first one got me so badly.
Me too.
Oh, the one behind the cardboard boxes?
Yeah, yep.
There was one of these. I was like, I was gonna use a ration, right? Because it was like, I think it took like the smallest amount, and I had one left. I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, I couldn't hit it. I was just like, what the fuck? Ah, come on. What the shit? And it was like shooting me, and I was like, what is going on right now? I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I had to use a ration so I didn't die. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Well, when you finally make it past all of that, you head outside, and then Snake, who is allergic to bullets, knows that one is coming and just steps out of the way. I'm surprised he didn't jump back and throw a grenade at the bullet that Sniper Wolf shot at him.
I'm surprised he didn't jump off the bullet.
Right.
I know.
I'm surprised he didn't kick the bullet back, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm surprised he didn't catch the bullet with his mag, reload, and then shoot.
There you go. I like
a
it.
couple times at least. But.
Imagine that, like, he just kicks back the slide on the gun and, like, catches the bullet in midair, turns it around, and then shoots it right back, like, loads the gun.
Which wouldn't work because it doesn't have the casing anymore.
Oh, I know, but
they would do it.
And they would do it.
I know.
Well, I did kind of spoil it, even though we knew it was coming. But the bullet comes at you, and someone's looking at a scope at you. There's only one person it could be. It's Sniper Wolf, but Snake,
it's Liquid Snake.
Snake doesn't know that because Otacon calls him and says, "Someone's shooting at me in this blizzard."
How does he knows that Sniper Wolf is still alive? Why wouldn't you think that that's the case?
Right.
That a sniper took a shot at you? Like, why would you?
You're like, sniper. I don't know. A really good person sniping in the snow.
A
I don't know
sniper.
God.
It's at this point where Sniper Wolf comes into the conversation, and Otacon gets all butthurt that they're about to fight. But some of the dialogue in this call, in this three-way call, is beautiful. It's in the most sarcastic way possible.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
See, women are naturally better soldiers. Okay.
You know that some of the greatest women were the best assassins.
Which, I just want to say, with her saying that statement, Snake, spoilers, beats you, instantly proving your point wrong, and he's not a sniper.
Not just that, but even before that, if they are really the greatest soldiers, Meryl would have never got shot. I'm just saying.
Also, he already beat her once in the similar setting.
Yep. Fast forward to the end of that conversation, you finally get to fight Sniper Wolf.
Boss battle.
Yeah, it's a repeat of what you basically did before, except you don't know exactly where she is. And
I still think it's easier.
I didn't think it was. I thought the other one was easier only because the shots did a lot more damage.
So this
Thermal
one I felt
goggles,
easier
baby.
was because she had a longer distance to run to different places, and you could shoot her in between.
Oh
her
yeah,
running.
I did shoot her in between sometimes.
I was like, this is so stupidly easy.
I
like,
would-
This doesn't make any sense.
A lot of the time I would just wait. I did shoot her like a couple times while she was running from tree to tree because there's a bunch of trees that she can hide behind and she'll pop out. Sometimes she doesn't even hide behind a tree. She just crouches.
You got a headshot
in
her,
the
bro.
open.
That takes out the
Yep. Takes
Oh.
out big chunk.
health bar.
Oh, that's probably why it took so long for me.
yeah.
I was
I
just
just want
like,
to say, thermal goggles were my friend.
I was just like, this lady is making this the easiest thing ever. I kept hitting her in the chest, which is why it took so long. I was like, oh, this is gonna just take forever. Even though my fight with Liquid lasted way longer than this, but this one for some reason I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, if you shot her right in the face, literally like half her health.
Damn.
No, I would say at least takes that double of what you hit her in the body.
Yeah,
gotcha.
At least. But this brought me back to when I remember playing this, like when I was younger, and I remember it taking longer because I wasn't good at the game, and running out of the pentazim.
Yep.
And like having to beat her as your fucking scope is just like, and I was like, this is brutal, dude. It's fucking brutal. It's like, yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah. I'm guessing none of us had any difficulty with this.
So this is the thing. I actually took down her health to like the smallest amount, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna look out for my boy Otacon. I'm gonna shoot her with the fucking tranquilizer one and see if it changes anything. And I killed her with the tranquilizer gun. It didn't change a goddamn thing.
Well, I mean, I knew it couldn't have because Devon used the tranquilizer sniper the entire time.
Yep.
Wow.
I
see?
just didn't know if
I
like-
just want to say right there, knew Otacon was John's favorite. Looking out for him over here. Look at that.
No,
there it
I
is.
just didn't want to hear him bitch anymore. This is fucking like, just let her survive. She's a good person. She likes dogs.
One
Well,
of my favorite cutscenes, baby.
this is the second greatest cutscene in the game. After you defeat Sniper Wolf, she gets shot. Somehow still able to just clearly shoot at you. Snake gets his sniper rifle shot out of his hand, and then he stands there like Meryl as the laser sight climbs up his body. Why she doesn't shoot him right here, I'll never know. I will never know.
And when she's wearing a jacket right now, I didn't notice that before.
She is wearing a jacket. Yeah, good call. Good call. I think that was like to try to hide her better
Gotcha.
instead of, just seeing like a giant brown jumpsuit like running around in the snow.
Right.
Laser sight finally reaches Snake's head, and Snake decides to do an incredible backflip. An absolutely incredible backflip that stuns even Sniper Wolf because she pauses. Like, she pulls her sniper rifle down and must be like, how can he swan dive through the air like that backwards?
Backflip.
That's what I'm saying.
what
It's
he
his
loves to
signature
do.
move, bro.
I meant to backflip bomb. That's what.
When he lands on his feet, his right foot lands just so perfectly so it can kick up the sniper rifle into the air, to which he grabs it.
John Woo shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
He doesn't just grab it and shoot. No, he grabs it, spins around, like uses
Trying
the
to curve his
momentum
bullet.
to the point where he can finally aim the rifle. Him and Sniper Wolf aim it at the same time. It shows both of them. Shots are heard, and then
And then
the laser sight on Snake's face starts to go down, even though she still could just shoot him right here and now because she still has the strength to do it. But she decides to just lower her weapon and fall back. And Snake wins this one, boys.
Hey.
And then you gotta walk over to her body and listen to her sad origin story that no one cares about.
Yep.
All right? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, lady, I don't care. You need to just go. I need to send you to the big beyond.
I have a note here that says, for someone who wants to die quickly, she's awfully talkative. She's like, just do it quickly. Kill me quickly. And then she's like, my backstory. You're like, all right. Oh, here we go.
Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on a battlefield. Raised on a battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies.
Please stop talking.
And then it gets worse.
Yes, it gets worse. Why? Because then all the wolves show up and just decide to crowd her body. Oh, no. It's all
it gets
icing on the
worse
cake.
from that too.
Yes, it gets worse from that. Yeah, all the wolves suddenly are just super sad and know that Sniper Wolf is down, so they all run up. But I guess these are the wolves that she saved.
I'm actually buying into the wolf shit. Whatever, like
she is called Sniper Wolf.
Right.
She's called Sniper Wolf.
It's stupid and it's on the nose, but I'm buying into it. Fine, no problem. I'm okay with it.
The wolves come. Yeah, the wolves come, and then our otaku convention boy shows up.
Fucking Dr. Cuckold. Even now, she's just like, Snake, like, fuck me. In front of Akane. He's like, yeah, give her like I couldn't give it to her. It's like, he's so annoying. I can't fucking stand him.
I should say that she does mention Saladin saved her when she was younger.
My hero, Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
And Saladin was actually Big Boss. Big Boss was the one that saved her. And she even asked Snake, "Oh, are you Saladin?"
Yeah. She said, "Would you please toss my Saladin?"
She says the line,
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
and that's the moment where Stealth Camouflage appears. Our boy, Otaku Convention, John's favorite character.
Why?
And he's all sad because Sniper Wolf decided to fight and now she's gonna die. And he falls to the ground and he's like,
I loved you.
Sniper Wolf completely ignores him and just looks at Snake and says, give it to me, my weapon.
Give it to me. Yeah, I guess my weapon. Yeah.
But Otacon runs up, grabs the sniper rifle. As he goes to run back, he, being the awful character he is, falls over. They get the
I want
weapon.
him to like fall and just have it discharge into his fucking head. Just fucking. Oh, he's terrible.
Yeah, Sniper Wolf gets her sniper rifle, and then she's pleased because everyone she cares about is there, or everyone that she wants to be there is there,
and some that she doesn't.
Yeah. And Snake then aims his SOCOM at her face. Otacon turns around and covers his ears.
Find out next time.
And you hear the gunshot, and then the wolves howl, and Sniper Wolf is dead. But of course, it's not like they could just end the cutscene there.
No.
Because Otacon has to go talk about love blooming on the battlefield again, but that he couldn't save Sniper Wolf. He couldn't protect her because when they originally talked about it, Snake said, yeah, love can show up anywhere, but you have to be able to protect the person.
Yeah, which you can't do.
Yep.
Buddy.
Snake covers her face with the handkerchief, so there's no more handkerchief cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we probably have to go through the caves ever again.
Right.
They talk about stopping Metal Gear. Otacon, just out of nowhere, is like,
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
Oh, God.
And then Snake buys into this and turns around as he's like in the distance and goes,
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
and then that's finally the end of the cutscene, and we have reached our destination, guys. What do you think?
I couldn't have been more happy to be done with this section.
This section, yes, this section felt long. This section, felt long.
I don't even think it was because of like the boss fights, because they were just easy. It was just everything in between.
Yep.
Like retracing back your steps and all that stuff.
The backtracking is possibly the worst part, but then there's also parts that aren't backtracking and they're just obnoxious to go through, like the towers, where it was just reused elements for 29 flights of stairs.
God.
And you're like, whoa, that's insane.
I can't pinpoint it to one thing, right? But it's just like it's the sum of all the annoyances, right? It's just like it's a ton of minor annoyances that just add up to one annoying experience. There's not one thing I could be like, that's game breaking, right? Where I'm like, fuck that, that's so annoying. But it's like all these tiny little things that I'm just like, ugh. And it's just like it just adds up.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's weird because I was thinking while doing this, I was like, I don't know who this game was like honestly made for, because it's so cheesy and over the top. I don't know how adults could take it seriously, but it's like almost so violent that I don't know what that kids would have played it when they were younger, which I obviously did, right?
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was probably 14, 13 at the time it came out. Obviously I played it, but it's just like one of those things where I don't know. It's like I just was thinking about like, who is this supposed to be for? Which I guess it's adults, and I guess at that time they didn't have things like this, so it was whatever, and it was like kind of serious with stuff they never really dealt with.
This was made for the people who wanted a remake. That's who it was made.
No, but I'm saying this game in general, like even like the first,
in general.
like
The first game, but the first game is like heralded as a instant classic.
I know,
like,
that's what I'm like. I just didn't understand,
because you got to remember that really the only cheesy thing about the original is some of the dialogue,
right?
Like,
but
you don't have these ridiculous cutscenes in the original game,
right? I don't know. It was just something that I was cognizant of when going through this. I was just like, I don't know who it was like intended for. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Right.
It's like this weird middle ground where I feel like it's too goofy for adults but too serious for kids. I don't know. It's weird.
This was made by people who were like, wouldn't it be cool? And that's what the writer's room was like. With no one in there to be like, let's bring it back.
Right.
Come on, guys. It was more like, what if he like did a backflip over the missile? And then somebody, and like, instead of being like, guys, let's try to make this a little more realistic. No, the next person was like, no, dude, he does the backflip. He does a backflip, and then he jumps off of the missile.
Yeah.
And then the next guy was like, and then he's like in the air, like level with liquid, and that's when he fires his missile. Oh, dude, that second missile, have it explode behind him as he shoots the missile. It'll look so cool.
It's true.
That's what the writer room had to be like, and it was painful to see. Painful.
I think looking at it, as a retrospective and like as something like when it came out, it was in a league of its own. It's what I've said with like, and I think Pete disagrees with me with like the Beatles, but it's like at the time it came out, amazing, awesome, right? Today's standards, maybe not so great. I can respect for what it did at that time,
I'm not saying all their music is incredible, but they have some. They still have some solid. Come Together, still a great song.
I was saying this has some great stuff in it, right? This has some
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
things, but it's just
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
a lot of it hasn't aged.
You can listen to
well.
that anytime.
Over me.
Exactly.
A lot of it hasn't aged well, but I can certainly respect what. It
Oh, I
did
can
at the
totally,
time.
I can totally respect the PS1 game. This one,
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to respect this one.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just the stupid over the top cutscenes with like the.
I'm having a lot of fun with the game. You know,
Damn.
the over top cutscenes is great. Very good for my humor. Gameplay wise.
I'm
It's
glad
always-
we're playing through it because I've been
Yeah.
wanting to play this for a long time, and it's good to ruin my childhood. So
There you
you
go.
know, it's it's great.
Oh, well, John wants this to end. And I got some good news. Next week's episode is it.
The finale,
Guys, we are playing to the credits. We are playing
Uh-oh.
to the credits. That's it. Devon's going to beat a game.
Hey!
That is the assignment, and why we are letting everyone know is because if you guys want to join us on this venture, feel free to play to the end and then join our Discord and talk with us. Let us know any questions you might have, anything you want us to discuss in an episode. We will be glad to do so. You can find the link to our Discord in the description of whatever vehicle you're watching this on, whether it's YouTube, or if you're listening to it on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and now Google Play.
Yep. So hit us with the new one. Oh,
Yep. Hey, we on Google Play now. So there's really no reason to not listen or watch us because
there's
we
no
can-
excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not listening to this, I'm taking it personally. That's,
After next week's episode, we will be taking a 1-week break as we rally up to play the next game, and we will let you know what the next game is ahead of time. So don't you worry. Guys, this is it. Oh, everyone, also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, all BLKWHT Gaming. Hop on any of those platforms and give us a follow. And then if you want to reach out to us privately, feel free to email us, blkwhtgaming@gmail.com. And we will reply. Don't you worry. So, guys, that is the end of the Game Club episode. It was a long section, so it was a longer episode. But we got through it, and we have one more to go.
Boom.
I hope
it's
you guys are
actually nice.
excited.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice having one, knowing that the end's in sight. It's good.
The end is here.
Good.
The end is here. I'm Peter with John and Devon.
Woo.
And John closes out.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Catch us on the Flippy Floppy.
Hey.